You know, on the way over here, Kim and I were coming through Bewley Holler. She corrected me, Bewley Holler is a correct pronunciation. But as we were coming through there and going across the creek, there was some guy with this huge boat, and him and 3 other guys were out there getting animals, like 2 of every kind, to get on the boat. I know that's bad. Good evening, I'm Bryce Shoemate, and I'm a 1978 graduate of North Hardin High School, and I'm your MC for this evening. Trojan athletes have been winning championships and making names for themselves on the gridiron, mats, floors, and fields since the 1962-63 school year, when Vine Grove High School and Rhineyville High School consolidated to form North Hardin High School. Once again this evening, we will recognize 2 individuals from Vine Grove High School for the induction into the Vine Grove Hall of Fame. The Rhineyville alumni group did not submit any names this year for recognition. These individuals are part of the foundation for the very successful program that we know as North Hardin Athletics. Since 2007, over 100 outstanding Trojans have been inducted into the Hall of Fame. Tonight, 9 individuals will be inducted into the North Hardin High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Class of 2024, this is a very special ceremony, and we want to celebrate with them tonight. This is an event to give these exceptional Trojans the recognition that they deserve. Throughout the years, many businesses and individuals in the North Hardin community have provided financial support for our academic and athletic programs. Without this support, programs such as this would not have happened. We would like to extend our thanks to the individuals and businesses for their support for this Hall of Fame induction ceremony. At this time, I'm going to call Steve Yates, a member of the 2017 Hall of Fame class, and he will give our prayer for us tonight. After the prayer, please go through the serving line, and it says 1 table at a time. I'm going to let you all fight over because we're a little bit lower tonight than what we normally see, so I think we'll be all right tonight. I'm going to let you all fight over who goes first. Coach McCamish, is that okay? Okay, all right. You said it's okay. Steve, come on up here and say grace for us.
He just said what I was going to say. Coach Dan, you're going to direct us on how to go to eat. Now, it looks like everybody's hungry to me, so 2 lines. Let's go to the Lord in prayer before we eat. It's good to see everybody. Lord, thank you for this time together. We're thankful that everyone got here safe, Lord. Such a good-looking bunch, Lord. I hadn't seen a lot of them in a lot of years. But, Father, we just ask for a great time in fellowship as we eat. We ask you to bless this food. Forgive where we sin against you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Steve. Coach, you guys. Did you all enjoy your meal tonight? Let's give Back Home Catering a big round of applause. And at this time, I'm going to ask Rick Skeeters, Hall of Fame class of 2007, and our chairman to come forward for a brief message.
Thanks, Bryce. I want to thank Bryce. He does this every year for us, and we really appreciate it. He does a great job, knows most everybody, and everybody mostly knows him. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how we run the Hall of Fame tonight and a few other things. Want to apologize for our program. That is not our normal program. I called on Wednesday about making a slight change and was going to pick the programs up on Thursday, and our printer has disappeared off the face of the earth. So we were kind of left high and dry, so we did the best with those that we could. So tonight we've got a couple of changes on your program. Fred Whitaker was to be inducted tonight. Many of us were hoping to see him that went to school with him. He had a close family member that passed away yesterday. They weren't able to come. You'll notice Coach Bill Hogg is on the program. Coach Hogg is deceased. His daughter was going to come, but her husband had a sudden, very severe illness that he was diagnosed with. And two of the granddaughters were coming, but they were coming from North Carolina area, and the hurricane got them. And we did have Deb Allenspach with us tonight, Leo Norris's daughter, who did make it all the way from over that way. It took her, I think, a whole extra day to get here. So we've had a lot of changes. Some people didn't show up, but you were here, and we're thankful that you came this night. We think this is a really good program. I think we were probably the first in the county to start doing the Hall of Fame, and I think if you go around and go to some of the others, it's probably the best program around. Put a lot of effort into it. We've got a committee that works on it, a really great team. We'll start meeting again here in a couple months for next year. And talking about next year, how do you nominate somebody? You can go to the North Hardin High School website, and there is a form on there. We have a Facebook page, North Hardin High School Athletic Hall of Fame. We'll be putting information on there about when nominations are due. And oftentimes we'll put that out, and we'll get about 20 or so messages, maybe 50 or 100 messages, right, Courtney? I think Bryce Shoemate would be good to be in the Hall of Fame this year. That's all they give us. So that's what we get from that. So there is a process. So there is a form you have to complete. It's got some information about the graduate. They can be a former athlete. They can be a contributor. They can be a coach. And we even have some kind of special categories. We had a young lady that years and years ago in the 60s, Betty Jo Johnson, many of you all know her. They didn't really have hardly any high school sports when she played, but she ended up playing professional women's basketball and professional women's softball. And she did run track in high school. So we have many categories. If you have any questions, you can ask anybody that's on the Hall of Fame committee. We have several that are out sick tonight, but Courtney Crutcher-Bell is here, Steve Yates is here, Mike's not on the committee. And who else? We got Nick Coben back here that's on the committee, myself. So any of us that you see, if you have questions about that and about that process, please let us know, because we are always needing good applicants. Applications are due May the 1st of each year. They have to be in our hands by May 1st of each year. Okay? So that's how that process works. We are totally sponsored by or funded by donations and what very little we make on the meal. So anybody that would like to make a donation at any time, you can do so. If you want to do so tonight, we've got a basket up here by our memory table for those members of the Hall of Fame that are deceased. You can make a check or cash, or you can see me, Courtney, Steve Yates, any of us, and we can do that. But we are always, believe me, we are always on a shoestring budget. So if you want to make a donation, it would be very much appreciated. Okay? And we do have the memory table up here, and I want to make note that you don't yet see Dana Bryant's name on there, but after this year, when she's inducted into the Hall of Fame, then she will appear on the memory table in our program. So that's, some of you may have questions as to why we did it that way, but we chose to do it that way. Okay? So, I hope you all enjoy this, and those of you going in tonight. To me, it's a super big deal to be inducted into this Hall of Fame. Many, many, many great athletes that went before you, contributors. We're going to recognize some of them tonight, but really, really good program tonight. We hope you enjoy it, and we hope you support us in the future. Okay?
Thank you, Rick. Now, I have to tell you all, being a kid that grew up in Vine Grove, I may mispronounce some names tonight. And so you all will have to excuse me. I've already spoken to one person. I said, now please tell me how to pronounce your last name so I don't mess it up. And I may still mess it up. So You all bear with me tonight. Tonight we want to recognize some of our Hall of Fame members who are in attendance with us. And as I read your name, if you all would please stand up and let us recognize you. So, class of 2007, Rick Skeeters, football, basketball, and baseball. Our class of 2011, Coach Dwayne Ellis, our baseball coach. Coach Bo O'Brien, Coach, good to see you tonight. Our track coach and assistant basketball coach for the girls. Mike Skeeters from class of 2012, track, cross-country, basketball contributor. Class of 2013, Barbara Prophet, man, the sucker mom, I'm telling you all. Class of 2015, Sandy Brock Skeeters, and a contributor with us too. Courtney Bell Crutcher, softball. Class of 2016, Jordan Skeeters, soccer. Also class of 2016 is Joe Cocker from baseball. Joe. 2017, Steve Yates, baseball and basketball. 2019, Coach James Webb from our track coach. Class of 2021, Jared Yates, baseball. And class of 2023, Nick Coven, football. Nick, where are you? Let's give them a big round of applause, y'all. If I failed to recognize a Hall of Fame member that's here tonight, I apologize. If you would, please stand up. If I didn't call your name, please stand up and let us recognize you. Ronald Yates. Ron Yates right here. Let's give him a big round of applause. In 2016, we started a new tradition of recognizing our Hall of Fame members who are no longer with us. And Rick talked about this earlier. On our memorial table, you will see a flower arrangement to honor our deceased colleagues and friends. We want to remember these individuals for what they did in helping build the Trojan tradition. David Biggs, class of 2016, wrestling and football. Eddie Hawkins, class of 2007, football, basketball, and baseball. Bernie Head, class of 2011, football, wrestling, and track. Crad Jaggers, class of 2013, football, basketball, and baseball. Class of 2017, Joe Jaggers, football coach. James Jetter, class of 2007, basketball and track. James Jones, basketball Jones, class of 2014, basketball. Dwayne Klug, class of 2016, an assistant soccer coach and contributor. Ricky Morris, class of 2012, wrestling. Laszlo Novak, class of 2013, contributor. Joseph Cameron Ponder, class of 2017, football and track. Ray Story, class of 2013, contributor. Jared Salvia, class of 2015, golf. Barbara Underwood, class of 2011, track coach and swimming coach. Raymond Ward, class of 2015, contributor. And Stanley Williams, class of 2015, basketball. Let's observe a moment of silence for these special athletes, coaches, and contributors. Thank you all for remembering them. The Trojan Foundation Award was organized to honor the rich heritage and tradition of successful athletic programs at Rhineyville High School and Vine Grove High School. In addition, it will serve as a means of recognizing, preserving, and honoring the athletes, coaches, and individuals who have made significant contributions to the athletic programs. Many individuals have been influential in the Red Devils and Blue Devils tradition of excellence and have exemplary accomplishments on the athletic fields and courts. The Trojan Foundation Award honors the contributions and accomplishments of these individuals who are worthy of recognition as examples for others to emulate. This year, we will be honoring two individuals from Vine Grove High School. After receiving your award, please take a seat in the chairs provided here to my left and remain seated until we get both of you here. Leo Norris, another outstanding team player on the 1952 Vine Grove Blue Devils state tournament team, retired from the United States Air Force in 1982 after serving for 26 years. Leo would go on to work in and retire from civil service as Deputy Chief of Operations at Chennault Air Force Base in Illinois. He and his wife Margaret Ann Dobbs settled in Louisville after retirement, where Leo collected coins, fished, and worked in his garden. Leo, along with teammate Norman Ray, are the third and fourth players to be placed into the Vine Grove Hall of Fame from the 1952 state tournament basketball team. The Grovers defeated a strong Buffalo team in the finals of the 6th region tournament. Bill Dara, C.G. Straney, Norman Ray, and Leo Norris were all named to the all-tournament team. Please note, it is important with this team that even though we are recognizing Leo, that we mention his teammates. Each individual spoken to about Leo Norris immediately spoke of how good this team was. In talking with Leo's daughter, Deb, is it Allensbach? About her father receiving this recognition, she was quick to point out that she never heard her father speak of individual accomplishments, only the team accomplishments. Deb went on to say that when Leo would spend time with his grandsons, that the boys said Grandpa never talked about his individual accomplishments as a basketball player. He talked about his teammates and how together they accomplished something great for their school. That's cool right there. Let's give them a big round of applause for that. This seems very fitting as tonight we honor Leo Norris and another teammate from the 1952 state tournament team. It is difficult to find individual statistics and records, but rather only information about the team. Leo was a very important piece that fit into this talented basketball team from Vine Grove in 1952. 10 young men from Vine Grove that made the first trip to the Sweet 16. Leo Norris, congratulations on your induction into the Vine Grove Blue Devils Hall of Fame, and thank you for your sacrifice of service to our country. And accepted tonight is his daughter, Deb Allensbach. Norman Ray, and accepting on Norman's behalf are his granddaughter, Julia Ray Sissimakara, and Casey Ray. And Norman Ray was born December 3rd in 1932 and lived in the Vine Grove area the majority of his life. Norman was married to the late Helen Sue Skeeters Ray. He and Helen had 3 children that still live in the area: Cindy, Mark, and Terry. Most of his adult life he was employed by the United States Postal Service. He and his brothers owned Ray Brothers Ashland off of Dixie and Radcliffe, and he even sold life insurance for Commonwealth Insurance for a short time. Norman was part of the well-known and respected 1952 state tournament team from Vine Grove High School. With a little luck, you can still find a few newspaper clippings for that team, but you will not find a lot, nor will you read much about the individual stars. Without exception, though, no one interviewed about this team spoke of individuals, just like we heard earlier. They spoke of how good the team was. Norman was a guard on this team, and he was well known for his quickness and his great defense ability. Norman always drew the toughest defensive assignment. When Vine Grove Hall of Famer Bill Dare was interviewed about Norman and this state tournament team, Bill said Norman Ray was a fine man, great teammate, and a heck of a defensive player. According to Norman's daughter, Cindy Ray Cowley, Norman did not speak any about himself, but more about what a great team and what fun they had playing together. Vine Grove Hall of Famer Don Skeeters recalls a story he heard about Norman and Coach Chet Redmond. The Blue Devils were playing in the 52 regional tournament against Caverna. Caverna's best player was a guy named Kenny Sidwell, who later played for Tennessee Tech. Mr. Redmond looked at Norman and in a coach's tone and language told Norman, "Get in Sidwell's pants and stay there." Couldn't say that now. Now, if you're a basketball player, you know why Mr. Redmond said that. According to Bill Dara, Norman totally shut down Sidwell, and that night the Blue Devils went to the state tournament. If you had the good fortune of playing for Norman on a sports team in Vine Grove, you know just how much of a giver Norman and Helen Sue both were. Rick Skeeter says Norman Ray was a coach to him even when he wasn't playing on Norman's team. That is just who he was. In fact, that was the way of his life in Vine Grove at that time. Norman touched my life and countless other lives through his involvement with youth athletics in our little town. Norman Ray, thank you and the state tournament team of 1952 for establishing a tradition of excellence that carried over into North Hardin High School. Congratulations on your induction into the Vine Grove High School Hall of Fame. Well done. If you all want to get pictures, now's the time. Family. Thank you. They can wait. Now it's time for us to introduce the newest members of the North Hardin High School Athletic Hall of Fame. As your name is called, just like before, please come to the podium so that we can honor you and your achievements, and please remain standing as your career highlights are read. And at the conclusion, please take a seat in the blue chairs that have been provided. Carl Baker II, baseball. Carl was a member of the North Hardin High School Trojan baseball team from 1997 to 2000. Throughout this time, Carl rose to become one of the 5th Region premier left-handed pitchers on the mound. As the Trojan southpaw, Carl's competitiveness fueled his performance, which showed in his velocity and dominance on the mound. During his sophomore, junior, and senior citizens, Carl developed into the ace of the Trojan pitching staff. This led to an all-area, all-district, and all-region honors throughout those seasons as well. Current North Hardin head baseball coach Ace Adcock had this to say about Carl. If I had to personify what Carl was to North Hardin baseball, it would be Bulldog. Carl pitched with tenacity and relentless effort. He never gave in to a hitter and would pitch until he had nothing left in the tank. Upon graduation from high school, Carl attended Campbellsville University on a baseball scholarship. There, he was a starting player for the Tigers over the next 4 years before returning to his Trojan roots. In 2004, Carl became a member of the North Hardin High School faculty teaching mathematics, and his impact on North Hardin continues until today. He also serves for the last 15 years as a chairperson of the North Hardin Charity Bingo Program, which raises monetary funds for clubs and sports. Carl's efforts have raised an approximate average of $160,000 annually. That's true. Carl Baker holds to the true saying, once a Trojan, always a Trojan. Carl is currently a member of the North Hardin baseball coaching staff for the JV and freshman baseball teams, passing his knowledge of the game and leading by example to future Trojan baseball athletes. Carl Baker, thank you for your job well done, and congratulations on your induction into the North Hardin High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Dana Marie Underdog Bryant. Dana Marie Underdog Bryant truly exemplified the Trojan spirit throughout her stellar career as a student athlete at North Hardin High School. Dana was one of the most accomplished and successful lady tennis players to ever take the court of North Hardin High School. During her highly decorated career, she had the unique honor of having won 4 straight single conference championship titles from 1998 through 2001. Additionally, Dana was very much an integral part of the first Lady Trojans team to win a tennis regional championship in the year of 2000. Her crowning achievement was winning the 2001 regional singles title during her senior year. By winning this tournament, she led her team to a second regional championship in 2001 and a second consecutive state tournament appearance. Collectively, Dana enjoyed 4 state tennis tournament appearances and represented North Hardin High School proudly at state. Her former coach recalls how special Dana was to North Hardin High School lady tennis. His term for her was, "She was special." He fondly recalled her dedication to the goal of winning the singles title her senior year. During the semifinal match, she made a fabulous comeback, winning the second and third sets to advance to the finals. Dana had an unbelievable high school career and was highly successful at the collegiate level as well. After graduating from North Hardin High School, Dana continued her tennis career at Western Kentucky University, where she played for the Hilltoppers for 4 years while majoring in marketing and minoring in broadcast journalism. After graduation, Dana enjoyed success in sales marketing for News Channel 5 in Nashville and held the position as sales manager for WLKY in Louisville. Dana was a bright light in this world. She exemplified what it meant to be a true student athlete. She graced our courts with a high-spirited game but remained dignified and gracious during the most competitive moments. Congratulations, Dana Marie Underdog Bryant, for being selected to the North Hardin High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Well done, Dana. Coach Bill Hogg and Coach Dan McCamish will be accepting this for Coach Hogg. Bill Hogg was born in Cumberland, Kentucky, and attended Cumberland High School, where he captained the football and basketball teams. He also pitched for the baseball team and ran track. Bill had several college scholarship offers and ultimately chose Center College for its academic programs and competitive football schedule. World War II interrupted his college days, and he enlisted in the Navy, where he played tailback for the Great Lakes Naval Training Station, which won a national championship, defeating Notre Dame in the finals. After the Navy service, Coach returned to Center College and received his bachelor's degree in 1948. He later obtained his master's degree from the University of Kentucky. Before heading to coach as an assistant coach for Willard Rice in 1969 at North Hardin, Bill had stints at Fulton County, Frankfort High School, Eastern High School, and Elizabethtown High School. Coach Hogg became a head coach for the Trojans in 1974, and it can be said that this was arguably one of the best teams to take the gridiron for the Trojans. With Coach Hogg at the helm, this Trojan team set new records for the school. The 74 team won the district title and advanced to the state playoffs, and at the time posted the best regular season record of 10-1. And most notably, this team beat arch rival Elizabethtown High on our home field for the first time in school history. The 1974 team featured Hall of Famers Kelly Kirchbaum, Jimmy Holmes, Rick Skeeters, and Fred Whitaker, and had an explosive offense that won the state scoring championship across all classes of football in Kentucky that year. This team once scored 76 points in one game, defeating Breckinridge County on homecoming. 76-6 was the score. Coach Hogg was named the News Enterprise Coach of the Year in 1974. One of his former players may have described Bill best when he said Bill was a strong-willed, hard-driving coach. Maybe it had something to do with his being from Eastern Kentucky, but he worked you harder, got you to do things you didn't think you were capable of doing. He was a good coach and a tremendous person. Coach Hogg oftentimes had an unusual methods. Larry Bush, class of 1972, says Coach Hogg told him that if he didn't come out for the freshman football team, he would flunk health and PE. Larry also said Coach Hogg personally spoke with his mother, asking her permission to allow Larry to play football. And if you can remember Mrs. Bush in the first grade, that was something right there, having enough guts to talk to her like that. Larry also said that football changed his life forever. Hall of Famer Rick Skeeter says the following about Coach Bill Hogg. In my opinion, Coach Hogg was an offensive genius. If you ever played for him, how could you forget his antics or his ways? Or, better yet, his hoggisms. Did the other team know we were going to run a wing right 26 kick on the first play of the game every time? And then when they didn't stop it, he would yell out to the quarterback for everyone to hear, "Run it again! They can't stop it." In my opinion, Bill Hogg was a jewel. I will forever be grateful to him. He taught me a great deal about football and how to read defenses, but he and all of my football coaches taught me a great deal more about life. I agree with Larry. Football changed my life. Coach Bill Hogg, congratulations on your induction into the North Hardin High School Athletic Hall of Fame, class of 2023. Janae Jackson. Janae Jackson, a 2005 graduate of North Hardin High School and a former Kentucky Wildcat, led the Lady Trojans to 21 wins and a 17th district championship in 2004 and 2005. Janae was recently honored by the Trojan faithful when her jersey, number 52, was retired and now hangs in Ron Bedford's gymnasium. Ms. Jackson, a.k.a. the Double-Double, averaged 20 points and 10 rebounds during her junior and senior seasons. I am one, that's why I'm messing up tonight. Senior seasons at North Hardin. During the Trojans' run through the 17th district tournament, you got tourney down here, Janae had a triple-double versus John Hardin, scoring 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 blocked shots. You can clap for that. During her senior season, she was named All-District, All-Area, and the 5th Region Player of the Year. With these accomplishments, she was the first Lady Trojan to be selected to the Girls Kentucky-Indiana All-Star Team. At the time of Janae's graduation, she held the school record in scoring with 1,638 points. Rebounds were 937, and her 325 blocks are still the most in Lady Trojan history. Janae, a 4-year varsity letterman at North, now resides in Louisville. She received her Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Kentucky and is currently the independent living case manager with Boys and Girls Haven in Louisville. Janae Jackson, congratulations on your induction into the North Hardin High School Athletic Hall of Fame. After all that, I got to take a drink. One of the preachers in the church that Kim and I got married used to keep a glass of water underneath the podium, and every time he got through with his sermon, he would take a drink of that water and drink it all the way down. Well, a certain
Channel 3 news personality went to church there too, and he decided it would be funny if he replaced that water with a clear alcoholic beverage. Needless to say, the preacher drank it all the way down and didn't miss a beat and kept on going, much to the dismay of the Wave 3 news personality that was there watching him do it personally. So I think about that every time I drink something that's underneath the podium. I kind of wonder what Rick has done. Yeah, I won't be late anymore. LaRod Roddy King, football and basketball. LaRod King was an all-star athlete in football and basketball while attending North Hardin High School from 2005 through 2009. LaRod's athletic career at North Hardin encompassed examples of sportsmanship and leadership that propelled him to be described as an athletic prowess. Showcased unparalleled talent, setting a standard of excellence, delivering stellar performances. Now, don't get me to laughing because I'm reading stuff about you, okay? His perseverance and determination guided LaRod to his success both on and off the athletic field as he set himself apart from the competition. During this time on the football field, LaRod was a key offensive threat for the Trojans as the varsity quarterback and wide receiver. He accumulated countless awards and honors, including but not limited to the All-District, All-Area, Team MVP, participated in the Best of the Bluegrass East versus West game, and was picked as a top 10 prospect coming of high school. LaRod also excelled on the basketball court as a 4-year varsity starter for the Trojans, adding more awards and honors, including, again, but not limited to, 2007 Sophomore of the Year, All-District, All-Area, and participated in the Kentucky-Ohio Senior All-Star Games. Former head basketball coach Ron Bevers describes LaRod with the following: LaRod was the kind of athlete a coach looks forward to coaching. He came to every practice with the intention of getting better. LaRod's versatility as a player also positively impacted the team. I could always count on him to play hard and give it his all. After graduation, LaRod joined the University of Kentucky to further his football career. His influence and inspiration is still evident today as LaRod continues to give back to the local community with his foundation, Family Ties, along with his commitment to shape the future generations of athletes as a youth mentor and coach. LaRod, thank you for continuing the tradition of excellence in athletics at North Hardin High School. Congratulations on your induction into the North Hardin High School Athletics Hall of Fame. Byron Lewis. Please join me in welcoming our next inductee into the North Hardin High School Athletic Hall of Fame class of 2024, Byron Lewis. Byron is a member of the 2000 graduating class at North Hardin. He excelled in track and cross country from 1997 to 2000. In letters of recommendation for the Hall of Fame, former coaches and teammates spoke highly to Byron's leadership qualities and his high character he demonstrated. He positively impacted those around him both on and off the field. Byron's athletic achievements while at North were numerous and impressive. As a member of the cross-country team, he finished top 50 in the state in 1999 and was a 4-year letterman. Although he found success in cross-country, Byron distinguished himself while earning a 4 varsity letters with the track team. The events he competed in while at North were the triple jump, the long jump, the 400 meter, and a 4x400 meter relay. He claimed 10 conference championships and 9 region championships in these events during his career. At the state level, Byron found the podium several times. In 1999, he earned a runner-up finish in the triple jump. Byron's senior year in 2000, he was a leader and shined on the team that claimed the 2000 state championship. Individually that year, he finished 3rd in the 400 meter and 5th in the long jump. Byron's 4x400 meter team, which he anchored, won the state championship. Perhaps his greatest achievement was winning the individual championship in the triple jump with a winning jump of an outstanding 48 feet, 10 and a half inches. I have trouble going 48 inches, much less 48 feet. That winning jump is a school record at North Hardin, which still stands today, 24 years later. Also in 2000, he earned an impressive runner-up finish at the Nike Invitational, which is a national event. Following his time at North, Byron earned a full track and field scholarship at the University of Louisville. Byron currently lives in Jeffersonville, Indiana, and has 4 beautiful children, composed of 3 girls and 1 boy. He is a master barber and has been the owner of 3 high-end experienced barbershops for 10 years. Byron truly exemplified what it means to be an athlete at the highest level at North Hardin. I'm proud to welcome him to the North Hardin High School Athletic Hall of Fame as a member of the 2024 class. Congratulations, Byron. Kim Underdonk Littrell has one of the most decorated tennis careers in the history of North Hardin High School. Kim was the first Lady Trojan single player to win the regional singles title in 2000. This was also the first year the Lady Trojan tennis team won the team region title. During her highly decorated career, Kim was the anchor for the Lady Trojans team that won 3 state regional team titles in 2000, 2001, and 2002. During her tenure at North Hardin, Kim won 3 individual region titles in 2000 and 2003 and 2004. Additionally, she teamed with her doubles partner to win the 2001 regional double title. Kim also won both a singles and double conference title during her time at North Hardin High School. She qualified for 5 trips to the state tennis tournament and was named the News Enterprise Player of the Year in 2003 and 2004. Kim was described by her coach as being one of the best he has had the honor to coach. Kim won well over 100 matches during her time at North Hardin High School and was the most dominant tennis player in North Hardin High School history. Yeah, you can clap for that. Kim was described as a powerful baseline player with weapons from both sides. For 5 years, she helped lead North Hardin High School Lady Trojans tennis team to a period of incredible success. After graduation from North Hardin High School, Kim continued her tennis career at Eastern Kentucky University, playing 2 years for the Colonels on an athletic scholarship. Kim received her undergraduate degree in communication studies and completed her master's degree in human resources leadership at Sullivan University. She worked as a retirement planning coordinator before establishing a family-owned logistics business with her husband. In true Underdonk tradition, at that time, Kim displayed a determined, competitive spirit combined with a graceful demeanor that was admired by both her teammates and her competitors alike. Congratulations, Kim Underdonk Littrell, on being selected to the North Hardin High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Well done, Kim. Our next inductee needs no introduction. Did he go back and sit down? I guess he did. A true North Hardin bedrock, Mr. Dan McCamish. Dan has been married to his wife, Diane, for 57 years. They have 3 sons. Yeah. She needs the award. They have 3 sons, David, Dale, and Dan Jr. He's been blessed with 5 grandsons and 1 granddaughter. Dan graduated from North in 1965, where he played football and baseball. He was a founding member of the very first North Hardin football team under Coach Dan Walker. Coach Walker, who is also a member of the Hall of Fame, spoke highly of the members on that first team and the many obstacles that they had to overcome as a new program. Dan McCamish and his teammates were determined to lay the groundwork and establish the culture of North Hardin football for years to follow. Perhaps Dan's greatest contributions to North Hardin athletics would come after his time on the field. When he began teaching at North, he was an unpaid volunteer assistant in the football and baseball programs. Former players speak highly of his work in these roles, how he was always available and was a positive impact as a mentor both on and off the field. Dan retired from from Hardin County Schools after 29 years of service. He spent his time in the classroom as a history and government teacher. For 14 years, he served as principal of North Hardin, West Hardin Middle, and Radcliffe Middle Schools. After retiring from Hardin County Schools, he continued to dedicate his time to education, moving on to Western Kentucky University and ECC, or Egg Tech as some of us call it. He also amazingly found time to serve as principal of E-Town Christian Academy. Dan finally decided to fully retire in 2023 as facility manager of First Christian Church in E-Town. Outside of education, he worked 15 years as a broadcaster for Hardin County Education and Community TV and served over 20 years as a peace officer and as an elected constable. Most people don't remember that, but he had a blue light in his van. His life of service is a testament to the value Dan placed on mentoring and leading those in the Hardin County community. Even today, Dan finds the time to serve. He's been a member of the North Hardin High School Hall of Fame committee for several years, often researching potential candidates through interviews with former coaches and teammates, a task that can be very time-consuming. From his time coaching the football and baseball teams up until his retirement, Dan guided the young men and women of North Hardin, both on and off the field and in the classroom. His impact on those students lives on to this day. I'm proud to welcome Dan McCamish as a member of the North Hardin High School Athletic Hall of Fame class of 2024. Congratulations, Mr. McCamish.
You don't have to worry about reading the part where there's no okay. So Frank's not here. Yeah. Just go and read it. No, we're going to do it next time.
At this time, I'm going to call Rick Skeeters, our chairperson of the Hall of Fame committee, to come up to the podium and the presentation of the Athletic Hall of Fame plaque to Mr. Macy, who is not able to be here tonight. This plaque will be displayed along with the plaques from the other classes of the previous years. Rick, do you want to say anything about
Yeah, you can do your closing, and if they want to get pictures.
Okay. All right. Let's give all of these folks a good round of applause. You know, in doing these for the last several years, I think this is the first time I've seen a standing ovation for everybody. That's pretty cool, you guys. We hope that you all have enjoyed this evening and will take some time to visit with one another, especially those that we've honored tonight. We hope you will start thinking about those athletes, coaches, and contributors or alumni that deserve to be honored for 2025. We do need your all's help in this process. Rick told you all the process earlier. If you all have any questions on how to do that, see Steve, see Rick, see Coach McCamish, let one of the folks know here and they'll be glad to walk you all through that to answer your questions. Again, this program is self-funded each year, and we could use your all's help in securing funds, whether it's from businesses or other sponsors or even a donation tonight. And again, I want to remind you all that there's a basket over here by the memory table where you all can drop off donations if you'd like to do that tonight. Thank you all for your all's continued support as we honor those individuals. Please feel free to take pictures of everybody. We ask you all to stay up here for just a few minutes so we can get some pictures of you. We look forward to seeing you all again in 2025 when we will once again put the spotlight on individuals that have written their names in the record books of North Hardin High School athletics. Hall of Fame members, please remember to turn your name badges in on the table by the door on your way out. Everybody, please have a safe trip tonight. As you go home, be careful out there. It's easy to hydroplane. Good night, everybody.